And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, RPG Guy. Let's get a building. These things aren't going to build themselves. They're alive, alive! So, really quick, we know that one of these is just a simple virus removal. So let's get her done. And all that usual hubbubaloo. Now this one, actually, you know what we could even do to say... I know I said I don't do this often, but we're going to do one of these because it's all that needs to be done is scanned and benchmarked. Everything else just needs to be installed and upgraded. Now, the negative to doing this is we don't have access to our email right away. And I believe there was one rig that had a cabling request. But we'll deal with that in just a wee bit. Do 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 do. So we'll get this going and done. Take a look at these guys really quick. This is the upgraded CPU, which isn't a big deal. Let's remove the Pr0n. The removal of the Pr0n. And the Pr0n's been removed. 411 pieces of Pr0n, you dirty, dirty person. You dirty, dirty movie maniacs guy. Alright, let's go ahead and put in the proper hardware. Since this was clearly in his budget. Also easy to do, but whatever. Close it up. And boom. We're going to go ahead and install the goods and check because of the other requests. Many of them being, this computer runs slow. Figure out why. We'll leave it open for now. This guy needs an updated graphics card, which we have waiting in the wings here. And let's see. Boop 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 doo doo boop boop doo 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 doo. Install, yay. Take that out. And come on. God, it's so slow. Let's put in... That's what happens when you go with the mechanicals. Those solid states, man, are the greatest things ever, dude. No joke. This guy's done. So we're going to remove this one out. We're going to put in our work machine and then double check the project requirements. That way we can be sure about cabling and other tomfoolery that these jackholes want us to do. Jacktard is a prestigious name meant for the greatest of the jacktard race. How dare you? How dare you? All right, boot it up. Some people have asked me about why do I call it Jacktard Studios. It's a long, long story, and it has to do with my brother and I when we were kids, and I stand by it. Great stories. Okay, so this one doesn't have any, so it's the other two. All new stuff. Doesn't care about... This is the graphics card one. This dude. Okay, so the one with the CPU, it's this guy, isn't it? Yeah, so this is the one that wants white cables, and the other people don't care about anything else. So, really quick, let's get this one going, because this dude doesn't care. Let me get white cables ready, though. Let's go ahead and just put the rest of this machine back together. Because since this one is officially done, outside of the testing, we're good and all that, I'll be happy. So we just want to get this one done. We'll work and get it scanning and running and all that other stoof. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get all this unplugged. I go. The heck? Get there. Restart. Let's go ahead and reinstall all this with the white cabling. Scan. Looks good. Run. All right. Forgot to plug in the hard drive. Whoops! Whoops! And see? He mentioned it was running slow, but it was not one of the requirements. But we would have gotten a lower customer rating because of if we didn't do that. Hence why we do it. Alright, so this is done. Get it the hell out of my shop. You get it out of my shop. Alright, so we don't have 4 stars yet. We can't do this one. So we'll probably have to wait until we finish the other 3 jobs. The other likely thing, too, is we may be able to do it by the end of the next day. But let's see here. So we'll buy this stuff. Can you help with this? There's something wrong with my PC. I can't find any of my documents. I like shiny new components. Can you please make this your #1 priority? Replace hard drive. Replace graphics card. So what do you have as a hard drive? A 500 gig easy store. So let's look at the graphics card replacement first. 1050 Ti Gaming 4. So 1050 Ti Gaming 4. 160. So we don't have enough room to upgrade anything. This is straight up replacement. Because that's 160. And then the storage is going to be... unfortunately, another 50, so that's the exact amount, I believe. So there we go. I'm thinking of upgrading my PC. The CPU isn't up to my standards. Can you do something about it? I need 16 gigs of RAM, and it's getting a bit hot. Could it be the dust? ASAP, it's urgent. I know use parts. So there's no specialty shit yet. So we need to replace the CPU, so it's a G4400. So that's easy enough. G4400. Boop. We accept. It's not going to be hard. And we need a Sheen XL 8 gig, so Titan. And is it... Wait. Is it 8 gig? Yes, it is. So 60... 60 plus 65 is 125. So really, we can go bigger. Oh, he wanted to upgrade the CPU. So like a jackass, I bought the... It's not a replacement. It's an upgrade. So let's look at... Again, what is he at? He's at 4,400. So that's pretty low. So let's take a look. GPU for... What motherboard? Oh, okay. So Sky Lake. Okay, 4,400. So it's relatively low. His RAM costs us $60. So we have 160 to spend on an upgrade. So let's go down to the closest candidate we have. We can't do 165. We can do 155. This is the best one we can probably get away with. Here's this one for 155. We have a used one in storage, but you know, most cases you're going to want to use brand new parts because he even specifies that he wants new parts. So there we go. So that should settle that order. Now, we're not going to order the parts yet. Let's go check on the last computer. Or, whoa. Let's check on these guys, rather. Okay, so they all passed their tests. Let's go ahead and remove their software. Get paid. Hopefully this gives us a 4-star rating, but I have a feeling we're not going to get it, which is weird. Usually, unless you make a mistake, you can't usually get, you know, the jobs you want or whatever, but... Oops. We'll see what's going on with that. We'll put this one out here. Power that off. Out you go. Not diagnosing. It already did jackhole. Forgot what it was wrong with it, but I believe it was a processor. There's actually a way to know, because it should be the only new part we have. It is the only new part we have. So, yep. Toast. Now, there could be... Okay, good. That's not broken. Sometimes I forget it that those could be broken, too. But, no, it was an exact cost, so... I don't know why I'm thinking that. It was an exact cost, so... It should be pretty relatively straightforward. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get these plugged in. This dude wanted the benchmarking done, I believe. But regardless, we would have done it anyway. But we're also going to check for Pr0n! Miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of Pr0n. Pr0n further than you can see. Pr0n longer than my own pee. There's so much Pr0n, it's really embarrassing how much Pr0n you have. Do. That wasn't a good improv. I do apologize. Can't be on top of the ball all the time, guys. Don't have enough booze in front of me. Sweet. Yeah, we're not going to get to that 4th star. So that's going to actually have to sit with us for a while. Luckily, it doesn't seem like there's an expiration date. But it will come. So we're hoping to get to that 4th star relatively soon. That way we don't take a hit for how long it takes to do it. So we unlock some more cards and a solid state, it looks like. We can go... well, we're going to wait. We'll run this stuff first and see. We can turn the light off because we don't need it on. Let's run a scan. Pr0n free and proud. If it hasn't shown up by then, it ain't going to show up at all. Alright, run it. So yeah, this is one of the instances where, like, we don't meet that remark. Now, we've aced, I think, every job we've had, with maybe the exception of some of those earlier ones. But I don't remember us forgetting to do anything. So it's probably just a oversight that we don't have access to this quest, this story. And this is just something you kind of got to get used to and whatnot. So... You know, that's just the way it goes. Waiting so long. Waiting so long, waiting so long. Holy crap. Long. But may as well sit with the lights out. Let's take a look at our day. So, gigs need to be done then. $500 for rent? You're insane! No, it's probably... Actually, that's really cheap. Place like this in LA costs you about $1,500 a month. $500 for this little space? Just put a little bed over here. Just live in here. Fuck that, even. Put a little bed, like, right here along the wall. Make this place my work and live station. Nah, it wouldn't work. There's probably no bathroom. No public one, anyway. No shower. You gotta have a livable facility, you know. You can't just live in an office. Unless that office has everything you need, then you totally could. Well, then you do this kind of work out of your home. Because there are a lot of people that do that. Alright. This guy is done. Get paid. Nice. So yeah, we don't have that 4th star, so let's go ahead and order the current parts. Shut her down. And go to the brand new day. Now, even though there's no expiration date on that job, it will eventually expire. So keeping our rating up is going to be pretty paramount here to ensure that we get the best jobs. We want the best jobs. The best jobs. Alright, so replace graphics card and replace hard drive. Let's do that first. Since there's no dust involved. Replace hard drive. which will be easy enough. Now, there was no special directions for cabling for any of these guys, so we're not going to bother with worrying about cabling. And yes, I know I left the lights off. I don't know why. I just decided to. Let it go. And if you start singing that fucking song, I will kill you. Sorry, I don't. Those of you know why I say stuff like that. I can't help it. The voices. The voices. No, I'm just kidding. That's why you're working in the dark, bro. You've nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. I'll burn your corpse with the fire of the sun. With infinite glee, it will be me who melts off your face. Don't ask questions, just accept. And it's good. Oh, that's right. It's gotta install a new operating system. So when we install new operating systems, guess what we don't need to install? An antivirus. Chances are there isn't. That's not an issue. That is a non-issue. All right. Ugh. So we only need to install 3D Mark. So for those of you whose computers have so many viruses, it's completely embarrassing. Don't bother with just trying every antiviral program till it works. Your best bet, buy a new hard drive, chuck it in there, get rid of the old one. But I had important things on that hard drive. No, you didn't. If you were getting that many viruses, you probably were looking at nothing but non-stop porn. I'm sorry, I mean the word Pr0n. That is the new word. Pr0n. I don't know why I'm calling it Pr0n. I think it's something we used to call it when I was a little kid. It was like code for like porn. And the teachers at the time kind of, I think they knew. They either pretended like they didn't, or they were really stupid. So take your pick or pick your nose. But it is kind of funny that I feel like they never. I still feel to this day that they kind of knew what we were saying. It's like, dude, did you watch any Pr0n? Did you see the new Pr0n on the Spice channel? For those of you wondering, it was channel 98 and channel 99 on the TV. Unless you had a dial TV, and then it didn't work. But the irony of all of that, which was ridiculously silly, was that it was you know, you couldn't clearly see it. But, you know, all of us guys would be like, dude, I can almost see it. Oh my god, it's so weird. Adolescenthood. Puberty, the most dangerous game. Alright, so, anyway. Let's go ahead and install these goods. And we're almost done with this one, too. We're going to start getting back into the 1,000 range again. We may, once we break over 2,000 with parts bought for the next machines, we may want to consider one of the installation upgrades. The installation upgrades are going to be very useful moving forward. They're going to be useful in the sense that it's going to make installing hardware faster and easier. Nothing will speed up the rate of the 3D Mark testing, so don't even think about it. But it is one thing to be able to knock some of that out as quickly as possible. Let's take a look here. So, good day, I'm Bruce Van Cleef, award-winning author, and I have recently found myself in need of your services. Personally, I cannot stand modern technology. I prefer to work on my trusty 1957 Quiet Typer. Unfortunately, my editor is insisting I transfer my latest draft of my current novel, the next great novel of the century, into a digital copy for his convenience. Convenience. How I detest that word. Is there anything more sickening than taking the raw, hard-won outpourings of a writer, his very heart and soul rendered in ink upon a page, and converted into a digital document, reducing it to nothing more than bits and bytes to be shuffled between computers like so many spreadsheets? Anyway, my current computer is an outdated Hulk I purchased several years ago, and it seems it's not able to run the latest professional writing software, Scrivener, with quite enough vim. Kindly upgrade the machine so that I can continue my work. The future of literature depends upon it. Best regards, Bruce Van Cleef, award-winning author and local asshole. So, so we need to upgrade his computer with exactly what he's asking for. I don't think he gives us room to play with that money too much, but we'll take a look. So an i5 6400. So $155, which means we have $145 to spend on glorious RAM. So 165 on RAM. We can just go big on RAM. Just beef it up. 16 gigs for 150. We don't have 150 though, do we? What is actually in here? 155. So we have 145 to spend. So here we go. 2400, 130. Boom. Done. Sonic Munt. Hey there, a bit of a crisis here. I'm supposed to be helping out on an article for Movie Maniacs, a series retrospective of the Sonic Monk trilogy. This series is massive in some indie film circles in Denmark, so you can understand why I'm to take the utmost care to get this right. The last thing I need is another mob of angry film fanatics flaming me on the message board and leaving snarky comments on every article. As usual, I ripped my Blu-rays to my computer so I can do a more detailed analysis of the frame image. But then the hard drive they were on made a loud clunk sort of sound, and I can't access any of my files. Can you do something? I need to get this article written, or all the Sonic Monk fans, and there are nearly 20 of them, are going to be very disappointed. Blake Patterberg, Assistant Junior Moderator, Movie Maniacs, Action! And by the way, if you can get a hold of a copy of Sonic Monk Trilogy, I do recommend giving it a watch. Just make sure you watch it in the original Danish with English subtitles. And try not to overanalyze the giant spider subplot. Oh, and you can skip the second half of the third film because it's not technically canon. This guy, I want to cause him harm. So we don't really know which hard drive is broken, but I'm pretty sure it's the 500 gig. So what we'll do is we'll go into storage, and we will buy another 3 terabyte. Why not? Case it's the 3 terabyte. You never know. So we accept this job. Let's go check on the rigs. Alright, this guy looks like it's done. Uninstall. Give me the cash. Want to install this guy as well. Boom. Get it out of my shop. And sweet. So we're almost there. Alright, good. Let's take a look here. So we should be able to hit the 4th star by tomorrow. So we may have to do a same-day shipping requirement, just so we can get this one done without it taking too long. Things aren't working fast enough. I need you to upgrade my graphics card. I need 8 gigs of RAM. The vents look clogged. There's also a bland look. There's some plastic light gray cables. I don't know if we have light gray cables. We do. Light gray cables right there. So we do have the cables. We'll make it look nicer. So, yeah, we accept this. This isn't going to be hard. So, upgrade the graphics card. Upgrade to 8 gigs of RAM. So, what does he have for RAM? Team. And is it 4 or 8? It's got to be 4. So, boom. 45. And then upgrade the graphics card. So, $45. So, we have about 185, I want to say, to spend on a graphics card. So 960 gaming 100 ME. 960 gaming 100 ME. That's a 970. 916 gaming 100 ME. So we want to go maybe into these Radeons here. He doesn't say that he wants or demands MSI. So it's probably just easier to go into the Radeon levels. Let's go look at a Radeon 380 and see what that's going for. Maybe out of our range, though. A little bit. Well, not really. No, that's within range. Because we spent 45 here. And 45 and... So that's 255. We can go higher. So let's go higher. 255. Our budget's... Or wait a minute. No, our budget's 230. So 45... That's 255. So that's too high. Let's try the 280. Now, that's 170 plus 45, so could we do one better? No, we couldn't. We can't. So let's go with the 283 gig. Because it is better than the 100 ME. These are actually all the same, so the only card we can do is this one here. The 280 Gaming 3 gig. 280 Gaming 3 gig. Very specific. Alright, and then upgrade required. These are where things get a little trickier. My computer is so slow. Gotta hit 3193 in benchmarks. Can you get it done before in 8 days? It is okay that it's so dusty. Do you like cable modding? I saw some plastic black ones the other day. So we're gonna have to look for gray and plastic. Or gray and black, rather. So this one's a lot trickier. And knowing the ins and outs of the games makes this part of the job a little easier. If we look at the current benchmark is 2985. His benchmark is 31 that he wants is 3193. So it's off by about 107 or 108. It's off by about 108. There are 3 factors that can cause this. The RAM, the video card, and the processor. It looks like to me we only got $110 to blow on this. So this is either a RAM issue or probably and more likely a processor issue. But we'll look at the RAM really quick at the 2666. So let's go to... That's $80, so it's probably not that. Let's go ahead, grab this, and let's take a look at our stats here. So the G4520. So what is better than 4520? Okay, already the i3s and higher. So let's go look into processors, and let's look at just the Intels. So the cheapest one we can buy is right here. I have a feeling that this is the problem, and it's probably also going to help if we set the memory that's in the rig to the proper setting. I doubt that the motherboard is set to 2666. And I think that's the max that this one's at. But we know that the Golden Edition cards are very high quality cards. It can't possibly be that. 8 gigs of RAM this early in the game is a good identifier for a good computer. So I'm gonna blame it on the processor, and we're gonna go with that decision. So we've got all the parts we need. Still can't do that one. So we're gonna have that shipped out. Now, we're going to have $900 left over, so let's just see if there's any upgrades we can afford. Not really, well, the auto-connect tool, but the auto-connect tool is kind of not that relevant. It's not that good. You really want to save for the quick screw, because that's really the better tool. So we'll save for that. We'll go ahead and we will buy now. Power down, the shop, and let's go to the motto. Go to work, goods, and just start with you. So this one's very temperamental. These jobs can be very temperamental because there's so many things that you could just barely miss to see how and why its score is what it is. But usually you'll take the weakest known part on the machine and just upgrade that. And in many cases, not all cases, but many cases, that's usually enough to be done. You also want to look at the budgets too. The budget that the budget that the customers give you can tell you a lot about what needs to be done. It gives you at least enough insight to really get that all sorted out. So let's clean this out of dust. I know I didn't set the memory yet. We'll do that after we get everything installed, because that'll be simple enough. The other thing, too, is as we get and progress, too, upgrading rigs, even if they don't need certain upgrades, and you spending that extra money, gives us better items in our inventory. So if we have money to blow on something, we're going to make sure we blow it on something, on somebody's computer, and then take out something they have that's valuable. Kind of replace it, put in a better hard drive than what they have, and hey, look, we end up with a bonus hard drive. That's kind of the little trick that we can use to better our chances and not get stuck on weird rig issues, as I totally screwed that up. So we'll probably have to do more than that. Alright, so let's go ahead, and this one's temperamental. Sometimes it'll even force us to have to buy parts on the fly just to make up for the fact that we screwed it up. Or there's deeper issues. Really quick, let's make sure that the RAM is set. Because sometimes this could be the one. Nope, it is not. It usually never is. And we'll let that go. Let's grab this guy. Let's head over here. I think we ran the scan, but we'll do it again because I don't remember. Because I'm like on autopilot right now. Upgrade graphics card and upgrade RAM. That's not a problem. So, stay in there. Let's take this out. Memory. Boop. Boop. And you, sir, were this one, I believe. Could be wrong, but we'll find out, because $15 remaining. I think this is correct. Yes. Let's plug up everything, plug in everything else. Let's plug it up. Now let's plug in everything else. We'll get it booted up, and we'll get stuff installed while we clean it out. Got so much crap in it. There's also a hard mode to this game, but from what it looked like is the hard mode, just the issue with hard mode is you have to actually, when you play it, there's really just no guides or leads to tell you where to put cables and plug stuff in on a motherboard. I don't know if there's actual difficulty in the jobs, but maybe we'll do hard mode sometime. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. There's a chance. There's always a chance. Alright, so this looks pretty clean. Now, before we get too far with this shit, too, I didn't even bother to think about the cabling. Because some people wanted cables. And you know how that ruins my day when I don't do it. So let's make sure we are doing this correctly. So we're actually working from the most recent. This dude wants plastic black, and this dude wants light gray. Great. This is R.M. McQueen. So the guy we just did the benchmarking on, yeah, he wanted different color cables, which means we got to do the benchmark again. What is his cable request? It is black ones. This is the one thing I hate. Seems like such a stupid request. It's like, you don't get paid for this, so why do this job? Somebody, if you work in computer repair or computer custom building, let me know about this cable thing, because it seems really stupid. And you might say, well, it allows them to, you know, make a function, right? Because then the different color cables wouldn't matter. Because you would never use that function unless a customer made you do it. Fair argument, but it's still stupid. And that's not necessarily true, you know. If a customer, you know, all they had to do was just add more to the mission, or reward you with extra money for doing it. You know, I don't know. It just seems weird. Maybe I don't understand it. You know, it's like, who's sitting around with this infinite supply of multicolored cables to do this kind of work? Seems like shenanigans to me. Alright, so that's all done with this one. And we'll double check while it's going. It's McQueen. And it was we did do the black one. So this dude must be the light gray. Okay. So let's undo all of the... God damn it. Which one's gray? This one's gray. Let's undo all of the cabling. Okay, and nothing doesn't look like anything's plugging it into the power supply. So let's go ahead and replug it all in. Looks white to me, not gray, but we know we clicked on the gray, so we'll stick with it. And there. don't remember if we checked this or not. Nope. No, we did. Okay, this guy is officially done, though. And let's get it out of here. This one was a fix. And it's really just the hard drive replacement. Okay, so we don't know which one's broken, but I have a feeling it's a 500 gig. Which in turn, you know, it's not a big deal. Yep, that's what's broken. Let's put in the 3 terabyte. Plug it up. Seal her up. Now these next 2 machines did not have any requirements, so we should be okay. May as well be nice and set that. Alright, so we don't need to run a virus scan. Well, we'll do it anyway because there's a second hard drive in there. I don't know if it actually keeps track like that, but again, always better to be safe than sorry. So we'll do a full set of testing on this guy. This one's done. We'll get this all uninstalled. All right. What is this? New processor and more RAM. And I believe, yeah, that's all it was. But we do have parts, I think. Let's take a look. So, what did we buy? We bought him a big 16 gig stick right out the gate. Hopefully it works. And when I say works, it's not that it wouldn't work. It's the budget that sometimes I'm just doing easy math on the fly. I was never good at math. So I'm really just kind of playing on the edge of my seat here to make sure that we get this done. With 15 bucks remaining, nice. When we get into bigger rigs, though, I'll whip out my calculator to ensure that we are getting the best possible performance. Let's plug everything in. Close it up, but we're also going to make sure the RAM is set, since we put in some good stuff. The non-standard. Boop. It's almost done. Don't worry, a lot of this loading and downloading of software is going to get easier later, because we're going to start dealing more with solid state drives than we are with mechanical. Mechanicals tend to drag a lot of this crap all the way out, you know. A lot of the building and a lot of the custom stuff and all this hard work. But we're going to be able to turn in a whole bunch of rigs and maybe tackle that 4th computer. But we'll see. So we're done with this one. Looks like it's Pr0n free and proud. Run it. Alright, this guy be done. And while that's going, we'll go ahead and turn these guys in. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Really? So this is the gray one, isn't it? Now we're going to have to retest this damn thing. Yep. Cables, gray. We gotta make sure it boots. We already tested it though, and I'm not testing it again. Fuck it. They give us a lower score, I don't care. Ah. See, that's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, we're still good on every other aspect. Should be fine. Double check that one with the gray cables. Yeah, he's not talking about testing it anyway, but we know it works, so because we did test it, so. This one's finishing. Finish up, please. Why are you taking so long to finish up now? What is wrong with you, stupid computer? Finish your 3D mark now. There we go. And we're going to get a shit ton of cash. And probably, possibly, access to the next, that one quest, that one mission, that one job we did not have access to before, possibly. We'll have to, hopefully we didn't screw any scores up, though. Good. Good. We're not quite at 4 stars yet. Let's do his last, because his might actually screw up. Alright, so, now that we are good with that, we can go ahead and accept this, and if we screwed it up, I don't care. I need to upgrade my PC for performance. Does 3244 sound like a good benchmark? PC was on plastic back cable, so please hurry. We accept. Now, 3244, he's at 2903, so this, to me, sounds... It could be RAM and processor, but it could also be the video card. Let's take a look where the 970 Gamer XL is on the chart here. But I think it's pretty... Is it 970 or 980? It's a 970. So the 980 is technically the highest one. So where's the 970 Gaming XL? There it is. So it's actually pretty high up there. I would assume that that is not at all the problem with this rig. The most likely is it needs a better processor. And more RAM wouldn't hurt. So let's try that. Now, this may not be the case, though, so this could be a little bit of a waste, but we're going to try it. We're going to go with 4 gigs of RAM to get it up to 16 gigs. We're going to also do a better processor. So we're already at $40. Oh, crap. Darn it. So $40. So, yeah, I'm going to have to pay for shipping twice now. $390, so what are we really at? $390, so we have $350 to spend on a processor. That is Intel, so Skylake specific. So $350 to spend. Well, we're not even going to have to spend all that. So this is what makes me wonder sometimes. $390. What's the best graphics card that we can buy? $495. So $390. So $350 we could spend on a video card. So what we should look at is what's around $350. See, it's just this one, which isn't really better than. Wait, that's a 980 though. 984 gig LE. Let's take a look. 984 gig LE. 980. 4 gig LE is way up here, and then the 970 is right here. So 21 versus 26. You know, let's try that. Boom. Let's not just buy it this time. Oh crap, it's not going to be here for 3 days. Screw that. We're just going to have some extra memory sitting around. Oops. That happens. I was moving too fast. That kind of stuff will go down. Let's make sure it's the right speed. Yep. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to have an extra one of these, but we'll make sure we install it in a machine at some point. Okay, so this one's possibly sorted out. We can collect on this. Things aren't working fast enough. I won't be happy if I can't benchmark at least 3471. And it's full of dust. $300 budget. Let's take a look. His RAM is only 8 gig. That's not necessarily abysmal, but this looks abysmal here. i5's not bad. GTX 960, huh? Let's see where you actually are on here. GTX 960 is pretty low. There it is. Here's the 960s. And what are we talking about here? 4 gig LE. 960, 4 gig LE. So it's way at the bottom. So we have a $300 budget to spend on a graphics card. So let's look into the $300 range, as there's plenty to choose from. Well, there's an 8 gig card here. I'm pretty sure is a lot better than what they're offering. So I think we're just going to go with that. That'll be good. Help repairs needed. I think something's broken. My PC crashes every 5 minutes. I just want my computer to work. Can you do it in 12 days? I'm always benchmarking to see if I never cleaned it out. Is that okay? So it's got dust in it. All right. Replace the graphics card. 960 Gaming LE. So 960 Gaming LE 100 ME. Ooh, which one is it? Oh, it's the one that's 170. Because that's how much the new part costs. Sweet. Please upgrade. Alright, so he needs to be able to play Euro Truck Simulator. So let's go ahead and go to Will It Run? Euro Truck. On what settings, though? Recommended settings. And his budget is $100. Chances are it's either RAM or a hard drive. Let's see here. Okay, so it looks like he doesn't have enough RAM. He's got the right video card. He's got I believe the i7-6700 is good enough. It should be. It should be way better than that quad core. So I would say this is a RAM problem, but we'll double check. i7-6700 should be way at the top. i7-6700. Yeah, it's way up here. So it's obviously better than the quad cores. So the dude really just needs... Whoops. The dude really just needs... I think it's just RAM. And he's got shitty RAM in there. So maybe we can do something better for him. So let's take a look. He needs 2 more. He needs 4 gigs of RAM. And his budget is $100. So he needs 4 gigs of RAM. We're going to go with 8 gigs. At maybe 2400. What is his actual... Okay, so we know it's a RAM thing. We don't need to look at it. Okay, so he can get 266 out of it. So, yeah, we can go with that. I don't think we're going to get much better than that. So let's go with, boom. You know what? Let's change the color to red so we can identify it better. Memory. Boom. Looking for an upgrade. I'm thinking I need to upgrade my PC. My CPU isn't good enough right now. Can you put in 16 gigs of RAM, please? Looks a little bland. There's some plastic white cables might make it look nicer. I think I might have visited too many dodgy sites. Alright, simple enough. He needs more RAM and he needs an upgraded CPU. So, first things first, we need to get 8 gig at 2400. Easy as pie. 4 gig at... Or wait, no, he's got 8 gig in there. Son of a bitch. Screw it, we'll just... Oh wait, we don't know if it's enough. Hold on. 8 gig. Or we do 16 right out the gate. What does he got in there? Nah. We'll just stay. We'll play it safe. 70 there. 175 is what we have to spend on a processor. 175, and it has to be over 6100. So that should be easy enough. Where it'd be 6100. 6100. So an i63 or 6320 would be fine. A 63 or 6320. 63 or 6320. How much was the RAM? 70. So we have 100 and... What did I say? 170 to play. 175 to play with? Yeah, 175. So... A little bit bigger. 175. Well, we can go right here to the 6600. So, boom. Let's just check the power supply. Yeah, power supply's fine. Sometimes that can be an issue, so you need to be careful. All right, so outside of one extra stick of RAM that I purchased on accident, we're going to have all this stuff arrive upon the morrow. We're going to see, hopefully, that this job, even though we're finally now getting to it, it won't hurt us too much that we're getting to it a little late. But there's not much we can do about that. But now we're back on track to getting all of this work done. So we have a lot of rigs coming in upon the morrow. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I am your host, the RPG Guy. And when we come back, we'll have some more PC Building Simulator for you. And all that good stuff. And like, comment, subscribe. Do all those fun things. And come check out my channel at twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for live JRPG gaming and simulation games and action games. I play a little bit of everything. So definitely check that out. And we also do we have a tabletop show on there that's mostly once a week. And we also we're playing Gloomhaven right now. And we also have a Hobo Headcrab blind playing through some JRPGs he's never gotten to play, and they're old retro ones, a lot of them. And he's having a great time, just feeling like he missed out on all of these really cool games. That's what happens when you sometimes come from a different generation. And it's a really cool show. You definitely want to check that out. And that's on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and sometimes on Fridays instead of that Thursday. But usually we let you guys know when we're going to have the next one and all that. So definitely check that out at twitch.tv/JackTartStudios. Thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.